Welcome back, guys, to Panthers franchise here in Madden 26. We are coming off our loss against the Jets. It was a tough loss. Only lost by 3. It was very, very, very annoying, to say the least. But I think the brightest thing that happened was the fact that Mecole Hardman is stepping up as a receiver now that we had traded away Adam Thielen and Hunter Renfrow. So Mecole, we need him to step up. We're going to need him to continue to step up here in this week, as we're going to be playing the Buffalo Bills at home, thankfully. But looks like we have an opportunity here, as this is also the trade deadline, and we're going to choose our national focus scouting. I think corner's probably our best bet. I feel pretty good about Bryce Young at this point at the trade deadline. I don't think any quarterbacks are really, the only quarterbacks that are really, making me think about it are Julian Rosenthal and Trent Hawkins. Julian Rosenthal, we don't know much about. He has elite throw power, and that's pretty much it, as he has A awareness, deep break sack. He's also 6'1", 226, and he's 20 years old. So a lot of room for development there for him, and the 20-year-old thing is probably what's getting me the most excited about him. And we will also look at Trent Hawkins here, the scrambler archetype, and elite to great acceleration, great to good agility, great to good change of direction, great to good jumping, good to solid speed, great to good strength, but the problem is good to solid throw power. Now, we know he has air awareness, and we know he has a break sack. So, all around, he's a pretty good player. I just think that I don't know if I want to take a chance, because, if it's going to be Bryce Young 2.0 with the crappy arm talent, then it's not really going to work out. I don't think we're going to benefit from somebody who can't move around in the pocket. Like Cedric McCollum, I would love to know more about him. I see a deep route. He definitely cannot move around, but he has elite to great strength and great to good throw power. Now he has A, deep accuracy, and C, throw on the run. I want somebody mobile. If I'm going to take a hit and try and get something with one of these quarterbacks, I don't want to be dealing with, who is the best throw power? Okay. These guys right here have the best throw power. Okay. Strong arms. Here's a scrambling quarterback here. This is Trent Hawkins, elite to great. He probably has probably the top 10 arm strength in this class. We'll have to figure out what we want to do here, because I think it's gonna come down to something weird and something kind of crazy. I don't know if I want to take a quarterback here when I think Bryce Young hasn't really played that bad. We can take a look at the stats, honestly, and see where we're at, as Bryce Young has 1,530 yards passing, 13 touchdowns, 10 picks. Completion percentage is not good. Rushing on the year, Bryce Young has 351 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard has 9 touchdowns and 633 yards, averaging 5.7 yards per carry. Tedro McMillan playing pretty good with 470 yards, as Ja'Tavion Sanders is playing good as well. We have a pretty good, we're playing pretty good. And Nick Scorton, 6.5 sacks as a rookie. I could not be asking for more, as he also has 16 tackle for losses. Derek Brown has 14 tackle for losses and 4 sacks. Princely Uomalian has 9 tackle for losses, 23 tackles, and 1.5 sacks. So we're doing pretty well. The only thing I would say, I don't think we're going to move anyone at the trade deadline. I don't think that's going to happen. I can't imagine playing the rest of the season with Jonathan Brooks or just playing the rest of the season with Bryce Young. Like, I don't know if that's really what we should be doing. But, like, on defense, we need linebackers. We need linebackers badly. And I mean badly. We also need safety. We'll have an opportunity to touch on that in free agency. Somebody else that hasn't been playing very well for us, and it's kind of frustrating, is J.C. Horn. J.C. Horn has not been playing very well. But it is what it is. As well as Trayvon Moehrig has been playing meh. So our secondary is just not all there. I mean, we could trade away Tershawn Newton if you wanted to do that. Or honestly, I would rather trade. I think Robinson is an older. Yeah, Ashawn Robinson is an older player. Maybe we could add him to the trade block. We'll see what we can get for him and one of maybe our other edge rushers that we don't need. I can't imagine that there's no offers here. So I think we're going to trade away him for a draft pick. I think we can get a fifth out of him. We will. We move our old defensive tackle for a fifth-round draft pick, and we are going to jump in here to. So yeah, I couldn't find anybody in the trade, block or anything like that. So we're just going to move on. We're going to jump in here to weekly strategy. Actually, we do have to watch the weekly recap. I haven't even talked about that yet. But we're going to look around the league, take a look at our game from last week as it went down to the wire and was a 3-point loss. We've had a lot of very close losses. Sorry if it's really loud. It sounds like it's extremely loud. Maybe it's not. It's not that bad. As long as it's less loud than me, that's fine. But Mecole Hardman on the punt return tried to help us out at the end of the game, but it wasn't enough. We go down by 3. The Raiders and the Chiefs. Raiders having a pretty good season at 5-1. The Chiefs having a little bit of a lackluster season, but it looks like they're going to bounce back here against the Raiders. And the Chiefs will improve to 4-3. As both quarterbacks kind of just played, mid. The Colts versus the Chargers. AFC matchup here. The lefty Justin Herbert, 284. I feel like we see that animation a lot. But Justin Herbert outplays Anthony Richardson here in this one. And Lambert Smith with the dog celebration. And that's going to be the end of the weekly recap here. As we're going to move on to our game against the Bills. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared. This one may get interesting. This one could be very interesting. Jump in here, simulate the training, make sure nobody is injured, and try and get something done here against the Bills and Josh Allen. Our wide receiver Antoine Green and Brady Christensen is going to be out. Stephen Gilmore, is that Stephon Gilmore's little brother? He's going to have a shoulder injury and is going to be out. That's okay. We got some upgrades here before the game here. A couple of them. We got Cam Jackson, the DT. Give him some nose tackle upgrades as he's a big dude, so kind of goes well. 6'6", 328, the rookie from Florida. Andy Dalton with an upgrade point. I'll be damned. Never thought I would live to see this day. Andy Dalton. We won't see another upgrade point from him for another 42,000 XP, in case you were wondering. Lathan Ransom. He needs some He needs some zone coverage. Give him a little bit of hybrid. Get him some zone coverage. Get him some pursuit. 2-man coverage. I like that. I like that. The rookie from Ohio State, Lathan Ransom. Some good upgrades there for these young players. As Jimmy Horn also gets an upgrade point. We're going to try and get him an overall boost here. +3 catching, or catching traffic, +1 to catch, +3 medium route, and +3 spec catch. He looks like a pretty good player. We might have to get him involved. As we are going to jump in here against the Buffalo Bills. We're going to try and make it happen. We're going to try and win. We've been down for a while now. We've had a lot of close losses. It's been tough. As this game is going to be in the rain here in Carolina. Should be a very interesting game with the rain. As Greg Olson beats on the drum. They must have not played last week. That must have been a bye week. We get a look here. We're allowing a lot of yards. Our defense is not playing very well. And so we've been having to force a lot of passes with Bryce Young and trying to force stuff that is not there. So Bryce Young probably seeing some ghosts, but I wouldn't ask him to do it if I didn't think he could do it. So now, do I wish he was 3 inches taller and about 30 pounds heavier? Yes. Here is the 30-year-old Josh Allen. We're going to try and start here pretty conservative. Just get some zone coverage out here and see what's going on. That's going to be James Cook. We're going to make the tackle there. Try and get Overshown in here on a blitz. Get off the block. Good tackle. We get stiff armed. This is going to be a quarterback sneak from Josh Allen. We'll try some cover 2 here on 1st and 10. It's very possible this could be a run play. It won't be. It's going to be a pass. We're there. Good play. Somebody intercept it, please. Can't get the interception here. Switched on the Trayvon Moberg somehow and finally got the tackle. This is going to be an injury timeout for Connor McGovern here with the Bills. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. I'm trying to get over here to James Cook. That's fine. Take the drag. They gave him the 1st down. That was kind of ridiculous, but not my decision. That's the ref's call there. So I think Dalton Kincaid may be getting this football. It's going to be a quarterback run here with Josh Allen. I just completely whiff. I mean, Josh Allen is so fast. Can we get there? Overshown. He's going to be able to make the tackle, thankfully. Spencer Brown's going to get injured as well. This is an opportunity now that we should be trying to blitz. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be a pass. That's going to be a terrible throw from Josh Allen. I'm trying to show blitz here. Because Josh Allen's going to take off. Can we tackle him? We can't. He's going to get the first. That's what happens with running quarterbacks. Try and get there. Good play from Chris Barnes. That's okay, though. Again, we know that Josh Allen is going to be running the football. So, we just got to have a guy ready for it. Okay. And Overshone just gets... I don't know what that was, but he did not play the quarterback spy like he was supposed to, so... That's okay, though. It's the first drive with both offense and defense feeling each other out. We'll try and make something happen here. Mecole Hardman's going to get the catch here. Mecole Hardman gets blown up at the 25. Bryce Young, 1,500 passing yards, 59% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. We're trying to get the interception number back down. We've had a lot of games this year where we've needed him to throw us to a win. And those are places we don't want to find ourselves, especially late in the season. That's just a bad throw from Bryce. Plain and simple. We're looking at Ja'Tavion Sanders. Mecole Hardman on the run. Mecole Hardman's going to drop the football here in the rain. And we're going to be punting this right back to the Bills. That's a terrible punt as well. And we're going to try and prevent this game from getting ugly quick. James Cook's going to juke somebody. And I think this water may be playing a bigger impact than we think. That's going to be a deep throw from... Oh my gosh, dude! Guys, I don't know what else to do. Like, am I doing something wrong? I'm clicking, I'm switching to the player, and then I'm pulling him forward with the left stick to try and get in front of the football. And then I'm holding Y. Is that wrong? Dude, I don't get that, bro. We're going to have an opportunity here to try and go down the field. But again, it's not really ideal to be down 2 scores when it's raining. Going down 2 scores when it's raining will make things very difficult. Chuba Hubbard can't, and Chuba Hubbard's going to be injured. That's something you don't want to see here. Jonathan Brooks, he's a good player too, but he's just not as good. We need something positive here. Xavier Legette, you got to make a play here, dude. Thank you. Xavier Legette has been short of good plays this year. He's dropped a few footballs that were very important to certain drives. We're going to try and bounce this outside. We can't. It's going to be a short gain here against the Buffalo Bills. And we're going to try and cut that inside because we're one-on-one with the linebacker. And again, we're in a spot where it's run, pass, run, pass. So, try and get ourselves out of this. That's a good throw from Bryce. Great throw. Joey Bosa. It's going to make running the ball difficult today. These are one of those days, too, where you need to be able to run the football. Mecole tries to juke the superstar, and one of our offensive linemen goes down with an injury here. As we are still battling here against the Bills. We get no push. I can tell you already, they are not going to make it easy on us today. But how many opportunities are we going to get to go across our own yard line? Mecole with a catch. It's going to be the end of the first quarter here. Very lackluster start. A quick 3-and-out with an unbelievable touchdown pass that should have been picked off and should have never been completed. We're going to have to get something going here. And one way to do that is to give it to our superstar, Chuba Hubbard. So he tries to find the line of scrimmage and can't. It's okay. I don't know. I could just be totally whiffing on who's getting open. But, I mean, it's Mecole and no one else. He's got the most speed out of everybody. He's not slipping all over the field either. I need Xavier to get up in here. That's a ridiculous throw from Bryce Young, and they almost intercept that. Thankfully, it wasn't. I say we go for an arm punt here. I don't care who's open or who's not. I'm throwing it to Tedero McMillan. And that's going to be incomplete. That's okay, though. I know you might say that was already insane, but we've already been kind of screwed today, so oh my gosh. We've got to tackle. We're just getting diced up by Josh Allen. Trevon Moehrig tries to get something there. Overstone has not looked like a very good pickup. Look at that defense. Good job, gentlemen. Pass commit here. Get there. Nick Scott on the tackle for loss. As they're going for it on 4th and 3 up by 2 touchdowns, dude. I'm just not surprised. And Nick Scorton gets shoved off. Derek Brown's going to get Josh Allen on the ground. Nick Scorton got stiff-armed by Josh Allen, dude. That was crazy. Okay, what is this? I don't know what this play art is. I don't know what this camera is. Chuba Hubbard breaks a couple tackles. We're going to take our momentum and try and get something going. Under center, please. Thank you. Jatavion Sanders, is he going to get there? Nope. It's going to be, what is that going to be? Intentional grounding? Ineligible receiver downfield. Yeah, seems legit. Taylor Moton. We're having to roll out. Jatavion Sanders gets us a couple. Jatavion. And the Bryce Young era is about to be over. Lookett needs to make that catch. I don't know what else to say. Josh Allen is just having Josh Allen just a day to remember. God, dude, I can't tackle in this game for some reason. I don't understand it. Oh, Panthers franchise. Mine. Dude, you have to give me that interception. Please. I don't know what else to do there. I guess I could have undercut the route a little bit better, but this could be a run play. Tried to get there. Come on, Trayvon. That's gonna be a 1st and 10? Dude, how? Sorry, I didn't mean to yell into the microphone. That was my fault. I don't know. My emotions just tell me to yell. I don't know. Like, there's nothing else that helps explain what goes on in this dynasty. The only way that I can explain this is if I yell. And I'm sorry. It's going to be 1st and 10 here. We can't get pressure. We can't guard Josh Allen. We finally get penetration with our defensive lineman. That's going to be the 2-minute warning here. Down by 2 scores. I don't want to say that we're just going to sit here and, you know, purposely lose. But it sure feels like we're just losing on purpose, like nobody wants to play. It's going to be a caught football to Dalton Kincaid and a touchdown for the Buffalo Bills. $21-0 here. We will be getting the football here with 1 minute and 30 seconds. All we need to do is, Miko, I need you to run this kickoff back. Just kidding. We need a score here. If we want to get back in the game, we got to get a touchdown here. And I know that may be a lot to ask, but you guys are getting paid millions and millions and millions of dollars. So, how about you go earn your keep? Javion's going to help us. It's a bad throw from Bryce. I don't know what else you want me to do there. We're going to call a timeout. Miko Hardman, ladies and gentlemen, is on a linebacker. Miko Hardman! Touchdown, Panthers. I saw him on a linebacker, and I said, you're not catching him. Anytime you see Miko Hardman on a linebacker, it's not happening. You're not catching him. And a great throw from Bryce Young. Good throw from Bryce. This is a good start. If you want to get back in the football game, you got to get a touchdown on the board, get some rhythm, get some momentum. Let's get a turnover here. That's not what we want to do. I need a fumble there from James Cook. Josh Allen's going to take off. That's going to be the end of the first half. We're doing our best. It's just not one of those games that's going to be easy. It's Josh Allen. Halftime report. Vikings, Chargers. Justin Herbert. A rocket. Who is that? Is that Keenan Allen? Looks like it. It is Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Basically traded him away for free and then got him back for free. Dolphins, Falcons. Falcons leading the NFC South. There goes Michael Penix with a hurdle. The Miami Dolphins are up at halftime, but Michael Penix fighting back. Bears, Ravens. Ravens probably having the best year out of any team in the NFL right now. Mark Andrews with the catch behind the line of scrimmage. A couple pancakes by the line. A juke move from Mark Andrews. The Bears are up, but the Ravens are fighting back again. Chargers beat the Vikings. We got a couple other good games going on later on. We're still here in the rain. And hopefully we can turn this thing around. Oh, man. Mecole Hardman's having the best day out of any receiver. We're going to try and keep it that way. Jimmy Horn. Ooh, gets popped. No bueno. We're going to start off this drive with getting the run game activated. There goes Chuba Hubbard. Gets the first down. Chuba's wear and tear is becoming a problem. Look, I don't mind getting the other players in, but Chuba just wants to play ball, man. Jatavion almost got a good block there. Looks like we're going to have to snap the football. Xavier Legette's wide open. Can we get there? We're going to overthrow him. The bad play from Bryce. That's on him. That is on nobody else but Bryce. I'm going to try it again with Xavier Legette down the field. It's going to get broken up. It's going to be 4th and 8. And we're going to start this one off with a really, really fast 3 and out. We're going to get there with Chris Barnes. The Panthers have a very bad defense. I'm trying to get somewhere with... That was my zone. We also have only gotten, I think, 2 turnovers. Tried to get there. And the wear and tear should be a problem for James Cook. Quick pass to Shakir. Bills are marching again. No fumbles here. The CPU just doesn't fumble. Good play from Chris Barnes. Somebody make a play. Thank you, J.C. Horn. Try and get there. We can't. Dalton Kincaid. Josh Allen just gets the ball out so fast. You can't afford to blitz. But our players in the back are just not good enough to hold up with it. The offseason will be very interesting. There is a very high possibility that we have the number 1 overall pick again. Okay. And we're back on offense. We only have 40 yards rushing today. They've been able to hold us under 100 yards rushing, which is not every team has been able to do that. So kudos to the Buffalo Bills, I guess. There goes Chuba Hubbard. Makes a cut. Breaks a tackle. Chuba Hubbard just talking about holding us to under 100 yards rushing. And Chuba Hubbard says, not today, James. We will be rushing for over 100 yards. Chuba Hubbard has played amazing this season. Has been one of the only bright spots of our offense all year long. One play, 75-yard, 11-second touchdown to Chuba Hubbard. Kickoff here. I'm going to have Nick Scorton get down there. Let's try and get something going here, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there, Derek Brown. Break it up. That's okay. I'm going to blitz here. Look at that. Nick Scorton. A tackle for loss for the rookie. It's been Chuba Hubbard and Nick Scorton. Those have been the bright spots of the team so far. There goes James Cook, but Derek Brown's able to get it behind the line of scrimmage. We're going to try and bring the blitz here. It should work perfectly. As Josh Allen's going to misfire here, and it's going to be 4th and 14. We're going to get the ball back here with a chance to go down by 7 if we can score a touchdown on this drive. We'll try and make some magic here with Mecole. Mecole's going to outrun their entire defense and tries to get around. That's okay. Chib with 736 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. And 1, 2, 3 carries. Hilariously enough. We're going to continue to run the football because that's been very effective for us here in the rain. Chuba Hubbard gets 2. We're going to get... Oh, I wanted to cut past the X Factor. I was trying to get around that guy, but I couldn't for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe the animation inhibited me? I'm looking at Cedric McMillan. It's very possible that Cedric McMillan is wide open. I don't know if wide open was the right idea, but... I don't know. I would have thrown that again. I would have thrown that 3 times over, and this is why. Okay? Like, I should have thrown it right here. Thrown. I had Chuba Hubbard wide open over the middle. I could have thrown that, but a little bit too far to the outside. And Justin Simmons jumped the route. We've struggled here with Bryce Young in this dynasty. We got to get the quarterback on the ground. That's a good way of doing it. Feel some firepower from our defense right now. And there. Get off the block, Nick. They get a first down there with... Rose boom. Lays the boom from yards away. It's going to be a run up the middle. I just know it. What a terrible angle from Asante Samuel. We are definitely not playoff bound, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a pass. It will be. That's going to be a dot to Khalil Shakir in the back of the end zone. As Kawan Alexander couldn't get there. Guess that's my fault. That's a wide receiver on a linebacker. We are back to being down by 3 touchdowns. This one's been tough. Not as bad as the Jets game or the Cowboys game. The Cowboys game was ridiculous. Last week's game was just disappointing in general. What is that going to be, a face mask? I hope so. It's a missed throw from Bryce. I mean, also, like, man, you have to call something here. Like, this needs to be pass interference 100% of the time. We're having to abandon the pass. I mean, the run, which is going to make me nervous. I'm just telling you right now, I would have broken my controller on YouTube if that would have been intercepted by a defensive lineman again for the second straight time I filmed an episode of this dynasty. I would have probably never filmed another one again. I'm trying to get this to Tedero McMillan, who can't catch. We're going to have to get something here. We're going to have to get an interception, force fumble, something. We're there with James Cook, and I can't... I'm literally conservative tackling, bro. I don't know how he's not fumbling the football. I don't understand it. The drag route. Mike Jackson has to make the play. 425 yards of offense today. Give me that, dude! Yo, how many times have I had potential user interceptions this game? Like, or this Madden. Pass, pass, pass. Our defense is sorry, dude. Get off the block. Rose boom. Make the tackle. It's going to be a quarterback sneak from Josh Allen. Misfire from Josh. Thank you. I don't know what that formation was. Why were we lined up that way? Why were we lined up like this? That was not the play. I don't know. 42-14. As we got to get something going on offense, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. That's just what I've had to understand, unfortunately. Get off. Let's go. Jimmy Horn Jr. Chuba Hubbard, 104 yards rushing on the day. Try a little toss play here with Chuba. Stiff arm someone. At this point, we're just trying to get something positive going. Terrell McMillan. Just going to try and get something done, but he gets slammed. We're going to do some crack and toss it to the left on this play. The crack toss. Chuba Hubbard almost broke one. A nice little gain from Chuba Hubbard. I'm looking at Deshavion. Good throw from Bryce. Xavier Legette gets a pretty good block on the outside. We're going to hurry up. Try and run the football here. He gets bumped. Dude, I know that's an overthrow. But I cannot imagine, dude, that the fans are fine with this crap. I wouldn't be. As a Panthers fan, I would be frustrated. As someone who's playing as the Panthers. I'm frustrated. We're going to try and... That's a Mecole Hardman. That was the only thing that was going to be open. Chuba Hubbard drops it. It's going to be the football game. going to super sim the rest of this game. To save everyone's brain power, we're going to fall to 1-7. Because Bryce Young has not been playing well. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 39% completion percentage. Receiving, Mecole Hardman with 62 yards and a touchdown. He's been the only one that can get anything done. We had 3 drops, 1 from Hardman, 1 from Hubbard, and 1 from Tedderell McMillan. So, Bryce Young not having a very good game. Not at all. And we are 1-7 and at the trade deadline, and we're not going to make any more trades. We're going to get to the Packers and move on and try and make something out of nothing for the rest of the season. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. See ya.